whoever it is they got shellacked by.
LSU.
Exactly.
Or how about the fact that they wanted to put San Diego State in the Big fucking East? Or that Denver plays their lacrosse in the Big East?
Well, that makes more sense because there's not a lot going on in lacrosse, so you can only have so many options. Them putting a football team that's in San Diego doesn't make any sense because it's not even on the East. It's the exact opposite.
But they could have done something different. They could have been like, all right, well, we'll give it to someone that's not geographically named, like the Big Ten. There you go.
Yeah, but...
But that would have made sense.
Would have made more sense.
Anyways, another football powerhouse got beat. That is William and Mary out of the Colonial Athletic Association.
I'm done.
Getting beat by Virginia Tech, 62-17. Jackson looking pretty damn good.
Oh. Yep, and on my bench.
And on your bench. That's okay. Drew Lock was on my bench, and he put up 39.
That sucks.
Does suck.
I'm sorry for you.
You know who else sucks?
Probably whoever played the next team online.
Pitt.
Oh, yeah, they do suck.
Yeah, 51-6. And I want to point out, which I pointed out earlier, why the fuck is Juwan Johnson a number one receiver? He sucks.
I don't know. Write a letter.
They should send his ass to Pitt. Penn State should send him to Pitt.
You should definitely write a letter.
I'm dropping him off my fantasy team as soon as I can, which I think is tomorrow.
Anybody else get confetti if you won your week?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I got confetti. Yep.
Awesome.
I am 3-1 this week in fantasy. I won in all 3 NFL leagues and lost in the college league. Dan O'Shea.
You're welcome.
I've lost to Tony.
I lost in one fantasy football league this week.
Out of like 43?
I lost in 4 out of 5. Okay?
Out of 5.
All right.
I won in 4 of
It was
10.
not a good week, although my fantasy team is crushing it, and it looks like we're headed for a head-to-head battle against me and Dan over here.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fight to the death.
Well,
Speaking of fight to the death, we're going to move on. Another absolute powerhouse in the
you
world
can
of
just
college
stop
football.
saying it. No one believes you anymore.
Youngstown State put up 17 on West Virginia.
Yay. That's cool. How much
But
did
West Virginia put up
score?
52
Exactly.
on
It doesn't
Youngstown
matter.
State.
Doesn't matter. These are pity points.
Pity point.
Here you go. Here's something to feel good about.
This time, a powerhouse did lose. An actual powerhouse.
I'll be the judge of that.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
No clue.
Arizona State 16, Michigan State 13.
Yes, although that doesn't surprise me. Arizona State is undervalued right now.
And Michigan State is severely overrated.
It certainly looks that way. Although they're in another transitional period where they've got to get players in and get more talent cycled through.
You gotta stop
Arizona
raping
State
people.
under Lovie Smith, they have one of the best wide receivers in the country.
It's not Lovie Smith. It's
Or not Lovie Smith.
Hello.
Yeah.
You played
Herm
Herm
Edwards.
Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have one of the best wide receivers in the country in Harry.
He is good.
He's a monster.
He is
Just
good.
give him the ball and he'll make everybody miss.
The next game is a game that I thought was good until I actually sat down and thought about it, and it was a real ass fest. That would be number 18, Mississippi State, defeating Kansas State 31-10. That game sucked.
I didn't watch it.
You're lucky.
Yeah,
It was awful.
sounds like it.
It was awful. I only watched half of it because I was busy watching Khalil Tate just absolutely suck at Arizona. But
Once you start the conversation with Mississippi State, I'm like half interested already. Like my interest value has just been cut in half. I'm like, I could miss it. I have laundry I could do.
yeah. The next game, your defending national champs, number 19 Central Florida, beat South Carolina State 38-0. South Carolina State being most known for starting a 52-year-old player last season.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's not there anymore.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
No, I don't know if he's still alive, but he's not with the team.
Well, he's not the elder statesman of the year then.
Nope. So
What was he? The kicker?
no, he was a linebacker.
Damn.
What is their insurance like?
Geriatric.
It had to. Were they able to get a discount on him with AARP?
South Carolina State Bulldogs, your AARP team of the week.
Seriously, Jesus. Like, there's somebody that, like, the insurance company that was like, I don't like this.
Anyways,
Why'd you guys hire a senior citizen?
the next game, Boise State absolutely pummeled UConn 62-7.
Duh, this isn't basketball.
It's
Could have
not.
seen that one coming from a mile away.
Number 21, Michigan beat Western Michigan 49-3, and the Michigan fans are going crazy like they just beat fucking Ohio State.
Whatever.
Which we know they
I don't
haven't.
care about Michigan's record at all until they can. I don't care about Michigan at all, and will not take them seriously until they can actually beat a rival, because they can't. Harbaugh can win as many of these crap games as he wants and have winning records, but until you start beating your rivals, or for that matter, even playing them close,
Who are the
Let's
Who
not
do you
talk.
consider the rivals?
Michigan State, they've won one since Harbaugh's been there. Ohio State, they haven't won any.
Right,
And a lot of those games aren't even close.
right. They did beat the shit out of Penn State.
Right,
Not
and
last
you
year,
could
year
consider
before.
them a relative rival, but the same thing can be said of Notre Dame, and they have a hard time playing them, and Notre Dame's not very good.
What are you talking about, man? They beat the should be champs of Ball State. Oh, okay, you're right. Yep. Speaking of another team that just absolutely beat the shit out of someone. Oh, look, we're going to finish with 3 terrible teams in a row. Miami beat Savannah State 77-0. Miami, fun fact, depending on how you have your fantasy team set up, or fantasy league set up, put up 41 fantasy points. Their defense.
Savannah's also not a state. Fun fact.
Neither is Ball.
You're right, but you know what?
Unless you're talking about a state of bliss, Lonzo Ball.
Christ, what?
Albany State's not a state either.
True.
Who's Albany State? You mean Georgia?
No,
'Cause
technically it's SUNY Albany, so State University of New York, Albany.
Yeah.
Although, I mean,
Not Albany State. People call it Albany State, and they're wrong. I correct them all the time.
Whatever.
Oregon beat the shit out of Portland State, 62-14.
Again, Portland
Yeah.
State.
That actually didn't even help me with Herbert in fantasy because he was relaxing and just watching the game by like the second quarter.
That's what happened to a lot of our fantasy players.
Tua.
Once the quarter or half ended, they're like, you know what? Get changed, go back to your dorm room, hang out with your friends, watch the rest of the game there. We'll see you later.
Come on, guys,
Yeah.
go back to your dorm room, watch the rest of the game. We've ordered some chicken wings, some hookers, and some blow for you. And I mean, we paid enough so you can get some blow and get blown. But
That's how we take care of our players.
Here at
Not
Ole
only
Miss.
do we play the school for you to kick the crap out of for a half,
yep.
but we give you some after game activities. Anyway, what was the last crap team that you're going to bring up?
Florida,
Oh.
Kentucky, 27. The most overrated top 25 team in this week. Top 25, Florida. Florida fucking sucks. Flippy
Florida and
Franks is
Florida State
terrible.
are garbage, which means that the game between them this year is going to be great.
I mean,
Because they're both terrible, and they're probably going to play each other back and forth. Garbage plays that end up being touchdowns or interceptions for touchdowns, and it's going to come down to a last-second field goal, because that's always what happens in Florida State.
5 years ago, if you had said the best game that you could have possibly come up with in the state of Florida would be Central Florida versus Miami, everyone would have fucking laughed you out of the building.
It might not... Miami's not even that great. It might be Central Florida against Southern Florida.
Oh, man, did you watch that South Florida game this week?
They're a lot better than people think.
Shit, yeah, that was so good.
When people were watching that, I was watching it with Nate, actually, and he was like, oh my god.
He's alive?
Yeah, he's alive. We found him.
Oh, good.
He was like, oh my god, well, flood in Florida. Who are they? I was like, actually, they're better than you think. Like nobody pays attention to them, but they're not bad.
They played in a few BCS bowls back when they were in the Big East.
Yeah, they're actually
what's
a
his
pretty good
name?
team. And Miami is not that good. Listen,
What's his name? Jason Pierre-Paul. I think he's from South Florida.
I don't know.
George Selvey is from South. George Selvey's not relevant anymore.
I mean, they don't teach fire safety down there apparently.
It's Florida. You're around water all the time.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It doesn't keep your fingers from getting blown off.
It doesn't. It does not. So, guys, just some quick thoughts, if you have any. Who impressed you the most?
Nobody. This is a week 2 of pummeling. There's nothing that impresses me overwhelmingly when teams play crap teams. I can't find anything from this week that really stood out to me because most of the starters and most of the Heisman candidates were done by the first quarter, second quarter at most. I mean, the running back from Boston College, Dylan, he had over 150 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and he didn't even play in the second quarter on.
Ridiculous.
I got a couple things.
Okay.
Shout out to Kentucky for, finally doing it, breaking the losing streak.
Long ass losing streak to
Yeah,
Florida.
that's true. I will second that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna praise Texas A&M even though they lost.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I do. I agree. That pylon call was nonsense.
Let me go back to what we talked about at the beginning. Conspiracy theory. NCAA is trying to push real hard to get national championship number 3 between Alabama and Clemson. They told the refs, at whatever it costs, make sure Clemson gets the win.
Why? Why did they want that matchup?
Because it would
Because
give
it's-
Alabama-Clemson round 3.
Because it's the hot new rivalry. Dabo Swinney versus Nick Saban. The mentor, the mentee. The
Yeah.
future of Alabama, the current of Alabama. For whatever reason, Clemson is protected like at all fucking costs. It's ridiculous.
And I don't know. Clemson, the way that they played,
Not
makes
impressed.
me think that they will stumble somewhere down the lines and they will screw it up for themselves.
Maybe it's Syracuse again. Well, not at Syracuse. Against Syracuse again.
Maybe. But they're not. That was a good game, and I will agree with Dan. But I said this earlier. I think that Texas A&M is a much better team, and they're only going to get more lethal the more Jimbo Fisher gets his players in there.
So, for me, the two things that really stuck out are Houston just absolutely beating the shit out of Arizona and keeping Heisman hopeful Khalil Tate virtually useless. And number 2, Herm Edwards getting the first big win of his career at Arizona State.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good takeaway. I think we need to start acknowledging that Arizona State might become deadly under Herm Edwards.
Could be.
They're not backing down to anybody, and they put up a fight.
Well, you know what the difference is now, right? They have a coach who plays to win the game.
I was going to say, they play to win the game.
But on the other side, who disappointed the most? I'm going to stick with that same game.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
Yeah, Michigan State was supposed to be a team that could have disrupted the Big Ten, but now they look like a team that's going to get boxed out of the Big Ten.
Yeah. Also, the refs in the Clemson Texas A&M game. Did Damager just bark at us?
Sounds like it.
No, that was my dog.
Oh, okay.
Well, apparently he agrees.
Shout out to the dog. What's the dog's name?
Coda.
Coda.
Well, Coda
Do it
agrees.
again. Dan O'Shea got the joke. Anyone else? Yeah.
Yeah, beating a ranked team.
Beating a ranked team. But disappointed in the referees of the Clemson Texas A&M game. Like, it was obvious.
It wasn't a good look for the NCAA, I'll give it that.
No. They didn't even say that the play stands. They said confirmed.
Yeah.
So that means they saw enough evidence to say that, no, they were right for making that call. Bullshit. Bullshit. Coda agrees. Yeah, Coda.